Welcome to another Birds episode of Purple Rain, and I would suggest you go and get the sodas filled up, lots of snacks, because it's going to be quite a lively edition. It's a conversation that needs to be had, I'm afraid. Well, for you two, yeah, I kind of... Well, this is one of those episodes where it kind of feels like something that you should technically have a sit, take the back seat of, yeah. But you're here to kind of act as referee in case me or your partner go a bit off the rails. Yeah. So Pluto's basically going to act as an on-ice official here. Also, I'm going to get abused. Probably. So, how long have you been involved in the game now? You should know full well that officials are there to be abused at. Right, let's, oh, now, oh. So we'll just try to fiddle with the camera. Yeah, is that fine? Yeah, okay, right. So we'll just try to fiddle with the camera to make sure we're all kind of perfectly in shot. Is that fine? Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, good, right. Should we go to it? Let's go to it. Right, okay, so, for the first 2 seasons of the PWHL, we've been very lucky to have the balance of coaches just about right. 3 men, 3 women. So, that was Montreal Victoire, Corey Chevrolet, Ottawa Charge, Carl McLeod, and Boston Fleet, Courtney Kessel. Now, we knew back in April when the expansion teams in Seattle and Vancouver announced, we knew there was a chance that maybe the balance might shift a bit. Did we? Oh, he's already started! Did we? Because if I remember rightly, back in April, we kind of all felt that Jessica Campbell was there for the taking for Seattle, and Vancouver could do whatever the fuck they liked. Yeah, yes, well, I've been saying Jessica Campbell should be a bit... Jessica Campbell, I feel, should have been a potential candidate for PHL coaching position ever since the start of last season when she was named the Kraken's assistant coach. So I don't know what happened there with Seattle, but yeah, but we kind of had an idea who we would like Seattle to take him, but obviously it didn't go the way it did. Do we know that she's still on the Kraken's bench? I've got no clue. I know the Kraken have made another coaching change. I know, but I don't know that anyway. Yeah, so of course also you go back to April, we didn't know at the time that Courtney Kessel was going to be leading the Boston Fleet. Nah, we didn't know that. Nah. But the last few weeks, we've had obviously Seattle, Vancouver name their first ever coaches, and we have now had Boston name their new head coach. And sadly, our fears have realised the Baz has now gone from 3-3 to 6 males, 2 females. That, for me, is taking a massive step backwards. Particularly as this is the first of its kind for pro women's hockey. We should be leading the way for women in all fronts, whether that's on ice or off the ice. Whether it's a player, a coach, or a broadcaster. Yeah. So now, we don't know how many potential women's coaches are out there that are women. We don't know that. But clearly, I think what this now shows is we need to get more women trained into coaching hockey. Yeah. That's kind of how I feel needs to happen. Is we need to get more women trained as coaches, so that, because obviously we're going to expect more teams to arrive in the next few years. Oh yeah, this is Seattle Vancouver are just the first step in a multi-year expansion. Yeah. So, ideally, it would be nice to have more female coaches put in the league, especially if we can have more teams enter the league. And we, of course, we've got a particular market we want to target. Yeah, but that's not for now. No, that's for another time. Yeah. Not really saying about the point. Yeah, just. Oh, she's. No, come back to me. Oh, she's bubbling. I can feel it. I can feel it, lady. I can feel your fury. So I know the exact feeling when I feel my fury bubbling. So I can feel it. So I am right. Okay. Okay. We'll come up there. I mean, also with Courtney Kessel, obviously, she said that the job in Princeton was the only thing that was going to make her lead the PWHL. Of course, we totally respect that. Would that post have been available though if the previous incumbent wasn't named Jeremiah to Vancouver? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? There's a lot of who knows here. No. But this is a massive step backwards, and this is a problem that I feel the PWHL needs to address right now. I know a lot of people will be saying it's the expansion process we need to focus on. Actually, no. Right now, the biggest issue that we need to focus on is getting women into coaching positions. Yeah. I mean, it took the AHL how many years to get a woman on the bench? 106, 107? 107 years. Yeah. Yeah. And there have been female assistant coaches as well on various benches, and I think New York Times have just named one today. Yeah, I saw that today. Yeah, I saw that. I just briefly popped my timeline, so I did a quick chance to go it. Yeah. Yeah, so the Times have made some changes in their assistants. So, yeah, so. And some of them might think, well, is that enough? No, the answer's no. No, because anybody can be an assistant coach. Exactly. But it's just like, we need, I feel like this is the thing, we need to get more women in the coaching. I feel like we need to do what we need to do to help assist women into that. The biggest issue I've got right now, we're going into year 3, is we have 2 coaches. I know exactly what you're thinking, because I'm thinking, yeah, we have 2 coaches who have got 0, and I mean 0, zilch, nada, nil point, no experience in coaching women's hockey at all. And one of them got his last job, was fired after playing a handful of games. No, I don't think that. It's a bit. No, it fucking wasn't. No, it is. It's Seattle. It's Steve O'Rourke for Seattle. His last job, I think he was on the bench for about 30 or so games, and he got relieved. Now, does that inspire confidence? Given how, well, going by that margin, he'll be here for this season and go on the next. How can you joke that? No, that's not funny. No. What I'm saying is that does not instill confidence, particularly with Seattle's roster stacked as it is. Are you seriously telling me that Harry Knight is going to get coached by somebody who's got no experience on how to handle women's hockey? Well, it's going to happen either way. Oh! Pluto! Well, Boston's new coach hasn't got experience. Well, that was a low blow. That's whoa. But it's just like, no, seriously. Now we had our Eastern Pack members actually join in on this conversation. We did. It was Reese Pies Goofy. It was our Bruins supporter. Yes, Reese Pies Goofy. He got involved in the conversation and asked us the question that I think a lot of people would probably ask us right now. And that is, does this matter? And if so, how much? Well, it matters quite a lot. Yeah. Because if you're going to have somebody behind the bench coaching a women's hockey team, you've got to have the confidence, not just as the players on the team, but as a fan as well of that team. You've got to have the confidence that that person behind the bench has at least a rough idea of what they're doing. Yeah. Otherwise, what's the point? Yeah. Now, now we're not, can I just interject here? Go on. We're not saying as a trio, we're not saying that men should be banned from coaching women's hockey full stop. We're not. What we're saying if it is going to be a man behind the bench, then they should at least have some form of experience coaching women's hockey. And Boston's new head coach, Chris Spare, and Seattle's first coach, Steve O'Rourke, they do not have that. Well, Carl's... Sorry, did I prefer to say Carl? You're right. Sorry, Chris Spare... Sorry. Chris Spare... They both start with a K. Is it spelled with a K? Spelled K-I? Yeah, it's spelled with a K, not a C. Chris Spare... Not only does he not have experience in coaching women's hockey, he also does not have any experience being a head coach. In all his previous jobs, he has been an assistant coach. In fact, his most recent job was being the assistant coach to Anaheim's NHL San Diego Gulls. But no. We're not saying that men should be banned from coaching women's hockey. It's just, if you are going to choose a man, make it somebody who's got experience. I mean, are you really asking me, Boston, Seattle, that out of all the potential candidates, these were the best two to lead your teams going forward? What's going to be a really interesting year? Because let's face it, the balance of power is going to shift. Yup. Whether we like it or not, yup. We've not really dwelled on that too much as a trio, have we? No, because we don't believe that Seattle Vancouver are going to be the big monsters that everyone fears they're going to be. No, we are doing the sensible approach. Let's wait until we actually see games before we can make that judgment. But I just feel... and that's what really pisses me off about this. It's the fact that they have got zero experience. So basically going to next season, we've got out of the 8, we've got 6 head coaches who have got experience coaching women's hockey. We've got two of them who have got no clue. One who has got no experience being a head coach. Now that is where I draw a line. He might have been a brilliant assistant head coach to these first teams, but the fact he's got no experience being a head coach. Now that is something I would have a problem with. I know. And could you just make just how the point more matters? Let's say if Ken Clee got fired, right? And he was replaced by somebody who had no experience no experience coaching women's hockey. Do you think us would take that lying down? No, we would not. We'd be pausing up. We'd be up in ours with our paws. We'd be like, are you seriously? No, we just wouldn't permit it. We'd be like, seriously? Yeah, exactly. So that's a total point even more. So, because women's hockey is not like men's hockey. No, because it's, for starters, it's better. Oh, no bated breath! Oh, no. Well, no, because we agree with you. I was so, that was normally the thing that our pre-show would have somebody go, oh, we started a culture war. It's not really a culture war to start, because we know full well that women's hockey's best. I mean, you've got 50 years experience of it. I know. 4 Olympics and 2 PWHL seasons. Yeah, soon to be 3 PWHL seasons and 5 Olympics. Yeah, so it's completely different to men's hockey, especially with a lot of the initiatives that the PHL brought into the game. Yeah, it's like I just can't believe we've gone backwards. Yeah, we've literally took a massive step backwards. Yeah, it just makes me think: did we take these first 2 seasons for granted, thinking that this is now going to see a flurry of women come into the world of coaching. When we get more teams in, that will create more opportunities. Well, I don't think we expected it to have happened this quick. No. Because, really, Seattle should have just hired Jessica Campbell. Yeah. She has done well as assistant coach. I mean, Katrina Bally, for example, got to 2 Coral Cup final appearances in their first 2 seasons. They might have made it 3 out of 3 if both her and Leesburg were not called up to fill the vacancy left by the firing of Dave Haskell. Just saying. Yeah, so that should have been an easy position. No. She even did the ceremonial puck drop at the take-up a tour game between the Victor and the Flutes. Hello? It should be obvious what was going to come next. Yeah. Well, maybe the next expansion team could take us. Yeah. Because I bet she would serve a lot better the PHL than the NHL. Especially given how the Kraken are, and I don't want to say it, but they are nowhere competitive right now. Yeah. If I was not in the slump that I was in, the Kraken would be bottom of the division year in, year out. Yeah. That's what I'm going to say on that matter. Yeah. I don't want that, Seattle, because I prefer to have you in the NHL than I do Vegas, but I'm afraid that's the reality. Okay? You are wasting Jessica Campbell's talents right now. Just saying. No, it's just... You're right, George. We need to train more women to become coaches. We need to. Especially as how chances are, this time next year, or the year after, we'll have the next round of expansion. And then... maybe a year or two after that, there'll be another round, and that would get us to the 12 teams before 2031. Which, of course, for those of you who are aware, that is when the current collective bargaining agreement in the PHL will expire and will then need to be renegotiated. Yeah. So that, yeah. And the league has said that it wants to get to 12 teams by that point. And we've also been saying the last year or so now, we've been saying that 12 would be a good minimum to have. Yeah. Because when you get to 12 teams, you can then start to stagger out the expansions after that. Yeah. But so... yeah, but I just feel like... I can't believe we're going to go into year 3. There's only going to be 2 competent female coaches left to PHL. I can't believe that. I genuinely can't believe that. Because we made such great progress in year 1 to have got the bands right, and then it stayed into this season, and now because the expansions happened, the floodgates are now opened, and now it's one massive step backwards. Yeah, it doesn't feel right. No, it doesn't feel right. Because, well, now with Troy Ryan, Ken Clee, and Greg Fargo, we know they're capable. Yeah. So we won't. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And of course, Greg Fargo, only just joined this season. Yeah. Because obviously he replaced Simon's previous coach. Yeah. Going into year 2, but he's done well. He's supposed to stay. Yeah. Those 3 are capable. So if you catch us on any episode from November to this next year, moaning about certain coaches, it won't be those 3, and it certainly won't be Carl McCall or Corey Shepard either. Yeah. But the 3 newbies, we are going to be keeping a very close eye on them like a hawk. Especially as we are going to be in year 3 upping our coverage. So next season, we're not going to be just watching our Frost games, we're also going to be watching other teams' games as well. Yeah. We're going to try and up the coverage. Right. So, we'll be keeping an eye on these 3 newbies like a hawk. Yeah. If we don't think they're pulling their weight, we're going to say it. We're going to call it out. Yeah. You know, we will absolutely call it out. Yeah. Because, well, Vancouver's, of the 3, Vancouver's, whose name I forgot. We've all forgotten the Vancouver's name. We've had too many head coaching news thrown on by the last few weeks. It's been dreadful. Vancouver's, I don't think it's going to be a problem because he has got experience. Yeah. He's the one of the 3 2025 intake that has got experience. So I don't think he's going to be a problem. The question is, will Vancouver's players be able to have that chemistry and jump? The other 2, they're the ones who you need to keep a close eye on. Particularly Seattle. Oh, she's doing the Hawk-like move now! Those of you watching, they will be keeping a close eye on them. If they're not playing away, we're going to call them out it. No, we're going to call them out it. Because I do not believe it's right that these teams should have to pot up with coaches who do not have a clue, although I'm being too kind, who do not have a flying fuck of a clue of what to do with women's hockey. I did wonder, why is she being too nicey there? It's like, she should be off your leash like me. But, yeah, it's just so frustrating, because we know there are capable women out there who can coach hockey. Yeah. Why they're not being enticed into PWHL, I do not know. Because seriously, Boston and Seattle, are you really sure these were the best 2 candidates? Yeah. Are you really certain these were the best 2? like they were the only two that you could have picked to do the job. Well, definitely not in Seattle. I don't know how many times we're going to keep saying Jessica Campbell in the next couple of months. Well, I think it depends on how PWHL Seattle does. Oh! So we're going to say, right, Jessica Campbell's part of the bench, they wouldn't be in that position. She would know what to do with Alex Carlton every night. But anyway, yeah, it's just, it just literally makes me want to scream because we were doing so well. We were doing so well. We were showing people that it is possible for women to be coaches of professional women's hockey teams and to do it well. I mean, look at Corey Chevrolet this year. She got the Coach of the Year award. Right, well, was there any other candidate for that award? This year? Well, probably Ken Klee, because he managed to coach our team to back-to-back World Cups, but he didn't get nominated. Now, it's interesting how for the last 2 years, both our coach and our goalies have been snubbed for those categories, when really they would have had a good shot to win them. Not this year. Not this year. In year 1, Ken Klee might have had a shot at it, but not this year. No, well, no, this year was clearly obviously it had to be Corey Chevrolet. No. And I think she might have a good chance to win it again next year, because let's face it, the Big 12. I've been saying since the expansion process that the Big 12, all the inaugural 16s have been hurt the least. So I think if any of the inaugural 16s are going to challenge Seattle Vancouver, it's going to be Montreal. The only problem though is, we know Montreal slumps in playoffs. We know that offense turns off when it gets to playoffs, and Amadeus gets less cold. Yeah. That's the only problem I got. So is that what's stopping you from saying the Big 12 could be a contender next year? Yeah. It really, yeah. Because you've seen what the Big 12 like in the last 2 playoffs. It's not gone well. Yeah. Now, this problem is not going to go away. No. Oh, no. This problem is not going to go away. Okay. The longer it stays 6-2 male, so 6 male, 2 female, it's going to be more of a great big irritant. This is something we're not going to be able to let go of. Especially if we get to go out next season in Minnesota. Mm-hmm. And if we get to see the bulk of the number 16s. Right? Oh, if we're going to have to hope that we get to see Montreal Ottawa, otherwise we're not going to see people coaching. Well, that's out of our hands. That is out of our hands. We have to wait for schedules, okay? We have to work around the schedules. So that's out of our hands. Okay? Plus, guys, to make it very clear, we will see anyone in Minnesota. Because we have got no problems with any of our opponents. That includes Vancouver and Seattle. Even though we haven't got human action yet. But, I know I would like to miss out those DDs definitely, because obviously we could go, look, this is what a woman looks like behind the bench! And does brilliant work. But yeah, it's so frustrating, because obviously Carla McLeod, let's actually bring Carla into it. Carla McLeod, she's not just coached the Ottawa, she's also coached the Czechia's national team. Yeah, we're going to be seeing her in the Olympics. We're going to be seeing her in Milan Cortina. Yeah. So it's just like, are you just are you mad? Why do you not want more women coaching the PWHL? It's like, I'm sorry, but men aren't the only ones who can coach women's hockey teams. In fact, no, I'll redo that. Men are not the only people that can coach hockey teams brilliantly. Full stop! There we go. I was wondering why is he referring to the women's hockey? It's like, come on, it's got to be general. I'd love it. It's not going to happen. Well, I would love it if a woman was named the head coach of an NHL team. I'd love it. What, just to see the reactions? And everyone's going, ah! Oh, it's all going to be all girl! He's now gone! would love that. Because obviously, in the NHL, it's a great big massive coaching carousel. I don't think in my 16, soon to be 17 years, there's not been a season where there hasn't been at least one coaching change. It's during off the season or during the off season. Lady, that would kill the internet. What fair dues? That would kill. That would kill the internet if that was to happen. But at least we can go, well, what's wrong with it? Then come and look at the PWHL. Yeah, go watch some Big Smart Charge games. That would break the internet, but at the same time, I would quite like to. And you get to do the told you so dance. That would be she's now got as well. You laugh at your own joke, aren't you? That would be just to see the internet break. That would just be hilarious. Just to see a woman get named to a head coach to HL. Well, I don't think the reception for Jessica Campbell being named to the Crackers bench last year was that bad. I mean, I don't remember what the reaction was to it, but I think they took it quite well. Unfortunately, the Kraken had another dismal year, which unfortunately for Seattle was to be expected. Well, I'm sorry, the Kraken just right now just not in position. Okay, yes, they've only been in the league for now. What is it? Their 5th year next year. Yeah, they've only been in the league for 5 years now, but I'm sorry. Some teams do make progress within the first 5 years of being in the NHL. I mean, look at me. I mean, it took 3 years for me to get into the playoffs. Yeah. Ducky and Stanley got into the playoffs their first year. Well, Stanley put up a best expansion banner! Oh yeah, because somebody posted that on social not long after Baker's arrived. No, it was the year after Baker's. It was the first ever item for Pacific Watch I did on Report. Because it was going to Baker. It was going to Baker's second season. Somebody posted this banner for the Pampers hat, say best expansion team 93-94, and people on social media say, should that be taken down? Because obviously of what Baker's did. Yeah. But no, but there you go. Brilliant examples there. But no, but yeah. I'm not looking forward to next season. This is where I'm going to finish off, and then you two, if you will carry on, you can go on. This is where I'm going to finish off. I am not going to look forward next season to seeing 6 of the 8 benches helmed by a man. Don't! I know what you're going to do! It's already got you stim binged once. Don't do it again. Was he about to go and say, well, I thought you would like that? Men being at the helm of things. He was. Admit it! Alright, there you go. Knew it. That's already got you stim binged once. Have you not learnt your lesson? No, he's not. Well, it's true. I think you were meant to be at the helm of a lot of things. Oh, You are so lucky that you are on ice official today, otherwise I would sim bin you. Yeah, they're the only people who can't take penalties. That's the officials. Umpires can, and coaches can, but not officials. No. No, unfortunately. Shame. But I can't believe 6 of the 8 teams next are going to be at the helm by a man. We've not talked about general managers. Right, well, there you go. Okay, I just can't believe that that's the situation for next season. It's going to be 6 men, 2 women. That means wrong. I'll let you two finish off. Yeah, we've not talked about general managers, because obviously the argument a lot of people could make next season is, to your, oh, I can't believe there's 6 men behind the benches. Well, the argument a lot of people can make to you is, well, there's more women in general manager positions than there are men. Yeah, but they're invisible. Right. All you viewers, here's your homework. Oh, no! Homework. Right. Try and name me one upper general manager apart from your teams. Because a lot of people in hockey can only really name their team's general manager, but not somebody else's. Right. Because we only really know who's behind our team. So to me, my general manager, of course, is Mike Greer. Now, I can't really, Actually, no. The only other general manager in the NHL I can name, apart from Mike Greer, is Carl Dubas, but that's because he's made quite some waves in the last years. Well, he got fired from Toronto, despite helping Toronto break the curse. Yes! Yes, and now he languishes in Pittsburgh. So yeah, but a lot of people would not be able to name another general manager part of their team. So homework, do it in the comments or email the show, podcast.com. Try and name me one other general manager apart from your teams. There you go. But they are mostly invisible. So normally when people know about their teams lately, they don't refer to the general manager, they refer to the coach, because that's the person they see as the figurehead, so they always see night in, night out. How many are there? I think it's at least 5. Montreal is, because obviously she's been inducted to the Hall of Fame. We have Boston, Seattle, Vancouver, Toronto, and the other, so that's 6. So that's 6. The other, so New York and I have May as GM. Yes. Put that there. Oh my god. Put that there. Well, memorize that. Don't ask you to name them. But yeah. Well done there. This just proves, boys and girls, that women hockey fans are more educated than male hockey fans. Oh, that's culture war. There's the culture war. Yeah. No, yeah. But you're right, so they are seen more as being visible. It's more the coaches that get the blame rather than general managers when it comes to things like this. But, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Pluto, any final thoughts, or shall I wrap this up? Just shake head in disbelief. Yeah, that's all we can say to it. Yeah, fair dues. Yeah. So it's not great that we've now taken this massive step backwards, but we have to live in hope, just to finish off, we have to live in hope that things will change and it will get back on track. I've got again. Oh! I'm surprised you two are barely in shot, but, okay. Yeah, no, it happens all the time, it's not sturdy. I keep thinking we should get something sturdier, but it would still, but I think it's no point, because it still would require the pillows need to be stacked up, so... Yeah. Yeah. But we have to live in hope that things will change and it will get better and it won't be the men outnumbering the women for long. That's what we have to hope for. But honestly, not a great, just... Oh, we've taken a massive step backwards.